What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Alright, so I have a topic that a YouTube user who is subscribed to me wanted me to like talk about and explore. And I think this topic is really interesting, for a lack of a better word. Uh, but let me share the topic with you guys. Alright, so the YouTube user asked Steven, well, more like a command, should have been the question. Steven, do a video on cute young light-skinned women who don't evolve into beautiful women or beautiful looking women. And it got about 4 thumbs up, which I thought was really interesting. And I really think this is, even more intriguing because this is coming from a dark-skinned man. A dark-skinned man posed this question. Not a dark-skinned woman, not even a light-skinned man. A dark-skinned man posed this question. All right. I responded, LOL, really? Like light-skinned / mixed women who hit the wall early in life? You want to see a video like that? Ha ha ha. But that is something to think about, though. Because I kind of thought, it's a bit odd to hear that coming, to hear that sort of a topic brought up. I thought, a little odd, but I kind of low-key have seen that come up here and there throughout the colorism conversation, comparison between, like, the dark-skinned sisters and the light-skinned sisters. And, some people feeling that perhaps the light-skinned sisters may not hold up, quote-unquote, hold up as much as the dark-skinned sisters when it comes to, like, quote-unquote, hitting the wall, right? But this YouTube user responded and said, quote-unquote, I don't think light-skinned / mixed women hit the wall early, but I think mediocre light-skinned / mixed women are fawned over early in life, only to turn into mediocre or ugly-looking women. There has to be a psychological aspect to being the child object of attention and wind up a grown woman ignored. So I responded with, interesting. I'll see what I can do, but it's a tough topic because I'm not sure if I can find media examples. But I don't know if they are truly ignored in adulthood. I think they can at least get a color-struck Negro. Probably brown skin, dark skin, color-struck Negro. I really think that that's still an option. They may not get the best of the best because they ain't the best of the best, right? But they could probably get somebody, some color-struck Negro. And this thread kind of goes on for a moment here, or a bit of a while. But basically, a female jumps in and says, if they have significant white ancestry, they will age faster like white women. Not only that, I have seen some get fat as they get older. I don't know if she was dark-skinned or light-skinned, though. Then another dark-skinned brother jumps in the mix and says, the girls age just like the white mothers typically. Another dark-skinned brother jumps in the mix and says, LMAO. Laugh my ass off. And then a light-skinned sister jumps in the mix and says to the guy who initially asked this question and asked me to do this video, she says, I see what you're doing. You're perpetuating light-skin division because this man is exposing brown / dark-skinned men. You said you were 40-something. Do better. And then she also responds to the female who made her comment saying, brown skin / dark skinned women have more European DNA than I do, but I'm still much lighter than them. I wish you insecure women would find a better way to deal with your issues. Look in the mirror and face your demons. Light-skinned women uplift women who do nothing but shit on them. I'm so sick of this. I blame your parents for failing you. Light-skinned women don't owe you shit. Get off our backs and stop holding us accountable because your parents didn't teach you how to love your reflection. And then um the dark-skinned brother who posed this question said, well, let me not get too far off into this thread because it goes on for a minute, right? But, folks was kind of a bit salty, and I think a light-skinned brother was in the mix too, defending the light-skinned sisters, right? But, like I said, though, a warning to pretty much not only the light-skinned mixed biracial women, but just people in general, where it's like there is no honor among colorists, as I said plenty of times before. Like, a lot of times these women just think that these dudes are just, you know, so into them, but really they're kind of like into like the idea of them, certain aspects of them, but not them themselves as human beings, right? And sometimes you can get a little confused when comes up. That whole situation comes up. But I do think this is a topic worth exploring. I'm probably not the best person to explore this topic, and this topic is a bit difficult to explore, but I'll try my best. All right. I will say I think I try not to really split hairs between light skinned and dark skinned women. Not that I think that they're exactly the same, but I try not to be like, oh, this group is better than this group, or this group isn't as good as this group. I really try not to push any bullshit like that. Um, but I will say, I think maybe the dark skinned sisters might have a bit of an edge when it comes to perhaps the aging process. Because I think we all ultimately hit the wall at one point or another. But I think that it may just be a more drawn out process when it comes to certain women. You know? Um, as a matter of fact, I have an acquaintance from high school, oddly enough, a dude, oddly enough, light skin. And I'll say he done hit the wall. Because I saw pictures of him on Facebook. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, so you're eating for two now, huh? Like, what But, also that person, like back in grade school, used to be one of those people who used to talk shit about folks all the time, and criticize people a lot. So it's like low key, kind of like karma done caught up with them. You know, all these people want to talk about people's looks, talk about how people act and all that sort of a thing. But then look at your ass now, right? All right. But back to this topic. All right. I think that the light skinned sisters may perhaps be at a bit of a disadvantage, a bit away. And I think this may have to do with perhaps a few things. But ultimately, I think this may fall into perhaps maybe melanin content, because I think obviously the dark skinned sisters have more melanin. Thus, having more melanin would mean you have more protection against the aging process of, like, say, the sun. Because the sun, while it is beneficial for us to have sunlight to produce vitamin D, the sun rays, on the other hand, can be actually pretty damaging to the skin, though, right? So it kind of increases the aging process more, right? Or it speeds up the aging process, I should say. Or at least as far as the skin is concerned. As far as like the inside of your body is concerned, I don't know. I don't think that is an effect. But as far as like the skin is concerned and how that looks, probably. And I feel like the dark-skinned sisters I went to high school with and who look good, I think they still look good. The light-skinned sisters, I feel like I'm not sure. You know, uh, some do, some do. And also, I think weight does have something to do with it too, right? Where it's like, oh, you can hit the wall in terms of like getting really fat, you know, like that acquaintance from high school I talked about. Um, but as far as mediocre women, light skinned women being fawned over, does that really happen? I feel like I'm not sure if that completely happens though, especially when there are like beautiful women of other skin tones. Because I have done a video about, the mediocre basic light skinned female, right? I've done a video about her before. Because not all light skinned mixed biracial women are like the stereotype of like the exotic beauty, the exotic bathing beauty who's just so beautiful and has, light colored eyes and loosely textured hair and pretty light skin. And not all light skinned mixed biracial females fall into that category. All right. I actually ran across a video of a mixed a biracial girl and talking about kind of like a story, and she was like, oh, she went to a new school and wanted like a reputation, and she couldn't get the pretty girl reputation. She's like, that wasn't her lane, so she decided to be like, the ghetto hood chick who fights all the time. That was gonna be her reputation. Instead of being, she couldn't go down the pretty girl lane, so she had to go down, the ratchet lane instead. But yeah, I think it's really interesting that a dark skinned man brought this up, and also there were some dark skinned brothers, like in the comment section, at least 3 of them, plus the one who brought it up, kind of like low key agreeing with the shit. Like they ain't really that special, especially after you hit a certain age. But yeah, I just find that really interesting because it's like, if they ain't that special, then how they still, like, how we still got the situation that we got, if people have that idea, Yeah. But oddly enough, on my channel, I have run across some dark-skinned brothers who said, they ain't really feeling the light-skinned sisters. They prefer the dark-skinned, brown-skinned sisters. And then I run across some light-skinned females that said they ain't really feeling the dark-skinned, brown-skinned brothers. They prefer the light-skinned, mixed biracial brothers instead. Kind of weird there, But I don't think, I tried with this topic in this video. Yeah, I tried. All right. It probably wasn't the best video. Sorry. But I'll pose this question out here to you guys. Do you think that, maybe the light-skinned sisters may hit the wall a little early compared to the dark-skinned sisters? Do you think that perhaps the mediocre, basic, light-skinned, mixed biracial females perhaps maybe go through some sort of a psychological issue because they don't fit into the stereotype of being a, like, bathing exotical beauty? And as well, we can flip it around and say, what about the dark-skinned sisters who perhaps weren't beautiful in grade school, but then grew into like really beautiful women? That's something to explore too, Or perhaps the dark-skinned sisters who always had it going on, you know, like they ain't never missed a beat. But I'll leave it there. So thanks for watching. Feel free to comment. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.